Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today I will be giving you guys some natural hair care tips that I've used for my hair care journey. I've been natural maybe 7 or 8 years now. I started back in high school. That's when I went natural. I'm currently a senior in college, so I've learned some things, and of course I can still learn more, but these are just some of the things that help me and I hope help you. So my list is on my phone. That's what I'll be looking at, and yeah, we're gonna get right into the video. So for my first tip is to learn your hair porosity. Hair porosity is so important. Like, when I first started, I didn't know anything about hair porosity. Like, I don't even know what that was. So porosity, your hair porosity is just how well your hair takes in moisture. So does it take in moisture easily, or does it take a little bit more to get your moisture into your hair cuticle? And you know, your cuticle is on your hair follicle. It just tells you, it just tells you. So the first tip is learning your hair porosity. When I first started, I knew nothing about hair porosity. I didn't even think that was a thing. So your hair porosity is basically how well your hair absorbs moisture. So if you have high porosity hair, it absorbs moisture easily, but it can go in, it can go out of your hair cuticle. So it easily comes in, but it easily comes out. Also low porosity. So low porosity is hard to get moisture in. Your cuticle is real tightly bonded. So you will have to do a little bit more to get your moisture in. For example, heat. Heat opens up your cuticle, which helps the product to absorb in your hair faster. It helps it easily absorb your hair. So me, myself, I have low porosity hair, and the way I found this out is I took a strand of hair, I filled up a glass of water, and I put my strand of hair inside of it. So if your hair floats at the top, that means you have low porosity hair, which means mine floated at the top. It didn't absorb easily. It was tightly bonded. If it sinks to the bottom, you have high porosity hair, which means your cuticles are open, moisture seeps in easily, but it also comes out easily. And then, if it's in the middle, you kind of just have normal porosity hair. It opens, it closes, and such things like that. So learning your hair porosity is very important. I can do a video for low porosity hair, since that's my hair texture. I kind of know more about that if you guys want me to. Just telling you guys some tips that I use, some things that I do. So the second thing is protective styles. Protective styles are a great way for you to grow your hair. Now when I say protective styles, here's some examples. So a closure sew-in is best for me, only because it doesn't require like a lot of glue, and you are not flat ironing your real hair, so it's not really damaging. So I mean, when I first went natural, I was in high school, and I had no idea what a closure was. I don't think we had closures. We didn't have frontals. We probably did. I probably just didn't know about it, but I had no idea what that was. So I would get, my protective style of a traditional sew-in, but I was still putting heat on my hair, and me not really thinking, heat's not gonna really do anything, but heat is a big factor. So protective styles are great. It's just those traditional sew-ins, your leave out is really getting heat damage, and you don't want to take your sew-in out and try to do your natural hair, and your curls in the front are kind of straighter than the rest of your curl pattern in your head. So just be aware of traditional sew-ins. They're kind of, damaging, but it is still a protective style in some people's books. But I do prefer closures, braids, passion twists, anything like that. Protective styles are the way to go. And when you have these protective styles, just remember to grease your scalp, oil your scalp. Just make sure your scalp isn't so dry, because when you take it out, you know, you're gonna have all that stuff that's built up over maybe a month, and you got to clean it. You just want to make sure your scalp is very fresh or moisturized a little. Also, wigs. I just got into wearing wigs, or doing wigs, and wigs are a great protective style. You know, throw it on, throw it off, have your hair in braids, lay it down, protect it, period. So the third tip is no heat. So backstory: in high school, you know, newly natural, I would, you know, do bantu knots, do twist outs, do flat twist outs. I did every twist out you can think of. I tried to do everything. Of course, I was doing them wrong because I would do them the night before, take them out in the morning, be like, oh my God, I can't do twist outs because yada yada yada. They were still wet. Crazy. But so I was still using heat. So when it came to like me going to school, I would wand curl my hair my senior year and have it, you know, just down, cute. It was cute, you know, it was cute. But, you know, I wasn't thinking about, dang, this is really damaging my hair, because I would do it ever so often. And I can insert a picture too. It was dyed at the time too, so I had it bleached and I was doing wand curls, but it was cute. It was cute, but you know, you just got to think about certain things like that. So when I got to my freshman year in college, we were going to a basketball game and my hair was straightened, but it was raining outside, and you know, the rain and straight hair does not mix. I don't care if it rained 2 hours before and it stopped. No ma'am. So I got in the game, and baby, I thought I had just stepped out the shower. It was crazy. So I threw my hair in a ponytail and I was like, you know what? I'm not putting heat on my hair no more this year. So, and that was in like January-ish when I said that. So it was a great time to start. And when I tell you I did no heat, I did no heat. Well, I did one day of heat, and that was after I ironed my hair for my birthday, and that was the only time. But the rest, I did no heat. So no heat, it's just a tip for me. It's something I did, no heat challenge, and I think that really helped my hair, just not having all that heat on it, so it doesn't really damage my curls as much. Learning new styles I can do, learning new things, just letting my hair grow, it really helped my hair. So no heat is a tip that that I did, and I think it really helped. So tip 4 is deep condition. So I see a lot of people who say deep condition every week, and I do think that is true. You should definitely deep condition every week. Now, am I still trying to deep condition every week? Yes, because that's a lot. Deep conditioning is a lot when your hair is super thick. My hair is super thick, so it's a lot to get through, and it's kind of long, so it's just a lot to get through. So, you know, it's definitely a process where you gotta be like, am I really about to do this, or should I just give it another week? But deep conditioning is very important. I am trying to get in the habit of deep conditioning every week when I do have time. So I try to set a day, maybe like Sunday, I'm going to deep condition tonight. Just making sure my hair keeps moisture. Deep conditioning really just allows your hair, I let it sit, so it allows my hair to just get moisturized. And like I said before about heat, deep conditioning plus heat, it just brings moisture into my hair. It makes it feel very fresh. It makes it feel rejuvenated. So I do recommend that you deep condition ever so often. If not every week, at least every other week. You know, I do understand, you know, things happen. Time is kind of taken away. Work, classes. You know, I understand social life. So if not every week, every other week. And I'm still trying to get on the schedule myself, and I've been natural for so long. So I definitely do recommend deep conditioning. And like I said, I have low porosity hair. So if you're deep conditioning and you find out you have low porosity hair, please deep condition with heat. Slap a plastic bag on, you know how you do it. Plastic bag, shower cap, a bonnet, shoe, do all three. That's what I do. I ain't got no shower cap, but I do a plastic bag and I do a bonnet. Slap it on and then bam, you got some heat circulating, girl. You'll be connected to the Wi-Fi, all that heat going on, period. Tip number 5, cut your ends. Cut that off, baby. Sometimes your ends be split, so you have to cut your ends. I'm not talking about you ain't gotta cut them every day, but you need to cut your ends. Now me, I cut my own ends, and I can do a video on showing y'all how I cut my ends. But if I'm doing maybe a braid out, a twist out while I'm braiding up, and I see my ends aren't really straight, or my ends are splitting, or my end is kind of that one piece that's straight but the rest is curly, I'm gonna cut it. And not straight as in like looks like a perm, the rest is curly. Straight as in it's not really going into the hair, natural hair curl that like my rest of my hair, so I'll cut it off. So I do cut my own ends. It's real easy to learn, and it's really just about your preference. So please cut your ends. Your hair really can't keep growing unless your ends are clipped, and I've had to learn that, because especially when I went to the hairdresser, she was like, you want to trim? And you know how hairdressers be, you want to trim, you want to cut. Baby, why my hair up here? I thought you said. Now I got a bowl cut, girl. So you can cut your own ends, or you can go get them done. Just be sure to clip your ends. Number 6 is treat your scalp like your skin. Okay? Do you want dry skin? No. Do you want a dry scalp? No. Moisturize your scalp just like you will moisturize your face. Moisture is like a key part in natural hair. Just moisturize. You want to put oils in, rub from fingertips across that scalp and moisturize. Let it sink in, everything. Moisture is so important when it comes to natural hair, and it makes it look so healthy, and it makes it so healthy. So moisturizing your scalp is very important. Just like you was to wash your face with some cleanser, follow up with some moisturizer. If you was to wash your hair with some shampoo, follow up with some moisturizer, conditioner, oil, leave-in, cream, everything. It's very important that you moisture your scalp, and it helps your hair grow. It really helps your hair grow. So definitely remember moisture, very important. Number 7, if you're in the house and you know you're not going to be doing anything for that day, or maybe the day after, you're just in the house, you got some work to do in the house, you're cleaning in the house, you're about to take the trash out in your house. I don't know if you do that in your house, I don't, but maybe you was just about to take the trash out, maybe you just want to watch a movie. Do not wash your hair, get out the shower, and just leave it like that. Well, this is a tip that's helped me. When it comes to me getting out the shower, and I know I'm not finna go nowhere, or I know I'm finna just be around the house, I braid my hair up. And you need to braid your hair up. And this really goes maybe for everyone, especially my thick haired girls. Braid your hair up. It's so important to braid your hair when you just lounging around the house, or just around the house doing everything around the house, because it won't get tangled. It won't. Just braid your hair up. Braiding your hair up is so important. Like I said before, it just leaves it less tangled. You don't have to worry about going back later and your hair is a little bit drier, but you can't comb it out, so you gotta wet it back over, you gotta put more product in it. Braiding it up is super easy, and it saves a lot of time in the long run. So like I said, if you know you're not gonna go nowhere, don't wash and go, just braid it up, or flat twist it, or twist it up. Just have it where it's not everywhere, you know, just have it where it's confined in a nice little pattern, twist pattern, braid pattern, and that way it's easier in the long run. So, and my last tip, and this kind of goes back to tip 3 of no heat. My last tip for me that really helped me is no heat, especially during the summer and spring months. So what that means to me is like around April through October, no heat. And when I say no heat, okay, so let me say no flat ironing, no straightening, no silk presses. It just doesn't work out for me. And my birthday is in June. You know, I love a good little straight press on my hair, but I'm gonna have to get a wig or something because not in June. And I only say this because, well, for me, it defeats the purpose of me pressing my own hair out, or getting my hair pressed out, because once I go outside, whew, it's just like magic. It's like magic. It's back blow dry, and I flat ironed it an hour ago. It doesn't work out for me. That heat on my scalp, and then my scalp can start sweating, then my roots poof up. Next thing you know, I'm running my hand through my hair, my ends are getting poofy, ponytail. It defeats the purpose. So maybe April through October, I have no heat. Now when it hit October, you know, get a little chilly, need a little jacket or something, I'll think about pressing it. I'll still probably press it in November, but it just really depends on the weather, especially in Atlanta, because you never know in Atlanta. It can be cold one day and then 80 degrees next day outside, 56. Then you got 85 the next day. You never know with Atlanta. So you really, well, me, I just don't do it in the summer or spring, period. I don't know what's going to happen to it if I step outside pressed in June. It just might fall off. It might melt off, especially out here. So I definitely do recommend you don't do heat or don't flat iron it or press it during the summer, spring months. That's just something that helped me. And during the winter and fall, when it's getting colder outside, you know, my hair doesn't poof up as much, or it doesn't poof up, it stays straight, and it works better. It stays straight longer. So that is just a tip that I've done since maybe freshman year in college, senior year in high school, and it really helps. It really helps. So those are the tips that I have for natural hair, for people who are just starting, for people who just need a little bit of help, for anyone really. Those are just tips that I've used throughout my hair care, my natural hair care matriculation, that's really helped me. And if you guys want me to go more in depth in certain topics, as far as hair porosity or my no heat challenge, showing you guys pictures, which I might insert some pictures in here of my journey of my hair, but it's definitely a little rough. So if I don't, that's why it was a little rough. But if y'all want to see more and y'all want me to go more in depth about these tips, please tell me below. Also, I'll do, usually it's getting colder, it's about to be October, maybe around November, I'll show you guys a video on how I press my hair and cut my ends. Of course, I would love to show videos of that, just so y'all know how I do it myself. And yeah, just tell me if you guys want that. Please like, comment, subscribe. Please comment more things that you guys would want to see, because I really want to know. Thank y'all so much for watching, and be tuned in for my next video.